I haven't had the chance to actually play inverted with them. Oh, it's starting already, and we get a lamp in Thing's house. But they know each other pretty well, and that's probably why Dracarys went for Null Dungeon. Actually, he told me beforehand that yeah, I know him, playing with him a lot. But
Nice.
Uncle assured as well. I mean, it's gonna be a while until we get to Uncle, so we might have a weapon before that.
Yes, because this is inverter mode, you actually need to have the Moon Pearl for the Light World, which is going to be a problem to get to that Uncle Assured item. Speaking of items, we have a shovel at the Bumper Cave. So it looks like both of our runners are going to Skull Woods. Speaking of their sprites, it's Dragonite from Pokemon versus Cerno from... I actually don't remember which series that is. If chat can
It's
remind
Toho.
me.
The
Pardon?
Toho series. The Toho series. Toho.
Really? I thought Marissa was Toho. Maybe I was thinking of something else.
Already having a Neither here, but with no sword. Unless the first sword we actually find will be on Ankle. It's useless at the moment.
Illus finally getting his lamp from Link's house. Now he's gonna check Hype Cave. Now in inverted mode, Hype Cave could be a little more hype since you start in the Dark World. But so far we just got a heart piece, red rupee. Ooh, the hammer. There's our first weapon. Another heart piece and a full heart container. I give that about a 7 out of 10 just because of hammer.
Hammer actually opening a lot in inverted mode. You can go up to Pyramid Ferry, even into Pod. But that's out of the way items, and they still have a lot to check in Village of Outcast. Also opens up everything in Thieves Town. But do you want to do a 4 hearts blind fight hammer? I don't know about them, but I have trouble with that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. I would do most of Thieves Town, but I'm not sure if I want to do a 4-heart blind. So, with Vilchicap...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Sea House has 50 rupees.
Dracarys had a bit of trouble in the Gifted room. Oh, but it gets the mirror!
So that's both items in Skull Woods. Pretty early, too.
And since we're in the Null Dungeon seed, we're not gonna have a map check anytime soon, since they actually have to clear all dungeons, even to Aga Tower, in order to complete the seed.
Yeah, all dungeons you kind of don't need to do map checks, but oh, there's our glove. Anyway, but knowing what pendants, or what dungeons are pendants and what dungeons are crystals would help you tell you, oh, what items could be at like GT at Ganon's Tower, which is actually going to be in the Aga Tower location this run because it's inverted. So Dracarys just got his hammer. Illus just found his big key. Oh, here's our map check. So we have 2 pendants in
Thieves
one
Town
pendant.
and it was Thieves Town and Swamp Palace, and we also had two red crystal with the Tussle Rock and Pod.
Indeed. So Ice Rod will be necessary. Well, we already knew it was an all dungeon seed, but it's reiterating that Ice Rod will be necessary. Also, considering that, you know, maybe something in Pyramid Fairy to help get into the pendant dungeons. We'll see.
Dracarys playing the archery game in order to get enough money to do the digging game.
I think Dracarys has been practicing this a lot because that was a very perfect bow game.
And we're about to get our first hint of the seed. Ooh, actually a very good hint. Boots in Paradox Cave.
Well, we definitely need Moon Pearl now if we didn't need it earlier.
Ooh, and Illus taking a death here from the spikes. He missed the pod and I had to activate it with the hammer.
I didn't quite see it. Did he miss outright with the pod, or did it just not
He
show
threw
him?
the pod and he missed the switch, so he had to activate it with the hammer, and thus he was hit by the spikes and took a death.
Yeah, ouch. That doesn't feel good. It'll take him a couple of minutes to get back up there. So I haven't really been noticing. Has there been anything in Thieves Town so far?
I don't think there was anything relevant for now.
Yes, we only need the Pearl for Light World access. In Inverted, Titan's Titansmith is actually not as useful as it would usually be in normal mode.
I mean, you already have the mirror, so you know you can use that to access Mire. You only need flippers to get into Ice Palace, and Torch Rock is basically open already.
Sorry, did you just see on Illus' stream what he just got?
No, I don't.
He just got our Light World access. He just found the Moon Pearl.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a go at blind, even with 4 hearts and hammer only. I mean, there's still items in there, so that's actually a very early Dark World success here.
You mean Light World?
Oh, Light World. Invert mode.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be a little inverted with our terminology for this race. It is still a relatively new mode.
And I guess it's going straight for Paradox Cave to get that boost. Those boosts, I mean.
The one thing that Illus really needs to do right now is get the mirror from the Skullwoods big key chest, because he didn't go that far into Skullwoods. I think he accidentally took a death, actually.
No, he just left. He was farming bombs and checking the first chest, and he left. He didn't bother with the back of Skullwoods after that.
Yeah, I hope he goes back up to Skullwoods sometime soon, because that might bite him in a bit. So here you go, 4 heart blind. Even though blind can be an easy fight because it's a scripted fight, 4 hearts plus the hammer is not gonna be easy. Illus better brush up on his Toho skills. Oh god, he took a blind hug.
And Illus deciding to leave. I mean, I can't blame him on that decision. Unless Drac actually pulls it off and manages to get something here. Illus deciding to go to the light world already. I mean, in Kakariko instead of Death Mountain. I mean, knowing that the booths are there, I was actually thinking he would go there. Especially since he doesn't have the mirror.
Well, he still kind of has to walk around just to get to the Death Mountain entrance, the normal cave. But he might as well just go to Kakariko since he's here, and it's still an item-rich area. So you got Bugnet, a piece of hearts, 300 rupees. So there's bottle vendor, 10 arrows, and more rupees.
Something to help for her blind fight. A blue mail from the bottle vendor.
So the bottle vendor is a tailor on his spare time. Okay, Blind's Head has 20 rupees, 3 bombs. Ooh, Cane of Samaria, 100 rupees. And the last item is gonna be 10 arrows. Actually, that Cane of Samaria might actually help with the blind fight even more, because that's another thing that can hurt blind.
I don't think he would go back there anytime soon. And we have our first sword of the game. In the chicken hut.
With our second sword, definitely gonna be at Uncle. Dracarys is doing a very good job against blind. Oh, he's got to be careful. Oh, nice. He took down blind very easily. Gonna get his, I think it was blue pendant. And the Bombos medallion. Nice.
Could be something big that Illus is gonna miss for a long time.
Meanwhile, library had nothing useful for the boots to use, and the race game is just vanilla.
Aside from that sword, Kakariko, and the cane, Kakariko didn't have a lot.
Yeah, cane and sword, that's going to be very helpful for later on. Especially since Meyer and Turtle Rock are pendant. Well, it's still all dungeons, what am I saying? Anyway, Illus is going to go to Uncle, get his Master Sword right now. Probably going to check Hyrule Castle as well.
I mean, Light World still has a lot of walking, and stuff. Because even when you have the flute only works in the dark world, so might as well check everything you can while you're here.
That is also true. Looks like Dracarys is taking a look at Lost Woods area, plus he's skipping Lumberjack for now. Wonder what he's checking right now. Oh, he's checking the Sanctuary.
Yeah, Sanctuary, Bucket of Escape.
And Graveyard Ledge, which is also changed in inverted mode. So now there's this bridge to get up to there because you don't use the mirror to get to Mirror Ledge or K45. To Graveyard Ledge, not Mirror Ledge. Why did I just say it like that?
And we have a third sword in Bucket of Escape, and Upper's Bow.
So if Illus does the entirety of Escape, which he can in logic because of the lamp, he will be a Tempered Sword.
And Tempered Sword at 20 minutes around. I mean 18. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, especially in an all dungeon seed. And an inverted mode to boot, where you're going to be spending the majority of your time, well, you're supposed to be spending the majority of your time in Dark World, but it doesn't seem to be the case right now. And meanwhile, the hashtag things in Zelda's chest has a shield. Don't know how she fit that there, but I guess it could turn into a nice breastplate.
So,
sorry, just gonna answer a question in chat. So to recap, all the swords so far are one is Uncle Assured, another one is in the Chicken Hut in Kakariko, and the last one we've seen so far is in the back of Escape.
Alice deciding to not go into not deep into Escape without the mirror.
I don't know if I agree with that. He could have done a death warp since they have no bottles just yet. Well, he doesn't, but Dracarys does. So let's see what Mini Moldorp Cave has for us today. While Dracarys gets his Master Sword. We got 20 rupees, another 20 rupees, another 20 rupees, a heart piece, and a full heart container. Nice red cave. Meanwhile, the sick kid seems to be an arsonist with the 3 bombs he's holding.
Let's see what the ice rod
Go.
cave is gonna give us today. Sorry about that. Only 10 arrows.
Without the bow, it's kind of pointless. Meanwhile, Dracarys, because his inverted mode is gonna do the smith chain early. Meanwhile, Illus goes for the fake flippers, gonna check out Hobo, Lake Highly Island item, and the Waterfall in Zora area.
Yeah, it also has enough money for Zora, so definitely gonna check that while you're here.
Meanwhile, the smiths seem to be shield smiths today, giving the first Dracarys' first shield, second shield of the game.
How about only making bombs today?
I hope he wasn't planning to blow up the bridge with them. Dracarys decided to pick up the heart piece in Pay Cave. Very understandable since it's still early in the game. Gonna pick up a purple chest, gonna route down to K45 and to Gary, our lunchbox thief.
I guess with that mirror, Dracarys is planning to go all the way to the Maya area. Ooh, we have a bow in Waterfall Ferry and another bow.
Nice. Well, I said those arrows earlier were pointless without the bow. They become pointed. Illus, why are you saving and quitting? You had
Yeah, you
money.
took a hit. Yeah, just go ahead. Sorry. He took a hit, but was still on the land, so he could actually go to Zora. Still go to Zora.
Oh, that's a third check for him. That might bite him. Oh, I hope there's nothing in Zora for his sake. If, Chad, if you're wondering why Illus escaped Zora, he might have thought that he was in the right state as Dracarys found the fire rod. That's nice.
An awesome find here. Still can't get to Motala though, since he has a sword. You have him go to Motala and kill it, but there's nothing here anymore, so I don't know if he's gonna go yet. He already has two items from Skullwood.
At this rate, he'd probably only go back there just to get the pendant, which is just a normal. Sorry, crystal, which is a normal crystal. Sahasra only had Boo Nana from the back of his closet.
And we have all the swords with that find in the Meyer shed.
Okay, I think Dracarys really needs to go to Hyrule Castle, get his last sword, because that would make things huge for him. Oh, Icarus. The swords are one is Uncle's shirt, another one's back escape. Chicken Hut in Kakariko, and we just found the last one in the Mire Shed. Looks like Dracarys is gonna finally go up to Death Mountain and get his boots from Paradox Cave, which we found out because of a hint.
You can't actually go to Paradox Cave until you have mids or the hookshot.
Oh, right. That's gonna be a problem. So here's a funny little thing for inverted mode. They moved the Light World Death Mountain entrance with the old man to Dark World, but you still have to bring the old man back to his hut in the Light World, so you have to go through this long route that Dracarys is doing right now.
Illus picking up the first fetch quest of the game with the mushroom, and we have a hint about the silver arrow. Held by someone friendly. Could have been Zora.
If that was Zora, oh man. So far there's only been Mushroom and Illus' side of things, correct?
Sorry?
I mean, there's only been Mushroom so far in Eastern.
Yeah.
Vanilla big key chest for Eastern. Let's see what's in the big chest. While Dracarys checks this hint in Spectacle Rock. And a unique item is in Mimic Cave. That's fun.
Nice bomb jump from Dracarys.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest bomb jump in the game because it's a lot farther than the rest. So Balsen in chat is saying that Zora catfish are considered grumpy fish, while NPCs are somewhat friendly. We've talked to most of the friendly NPCs, so is this gonna be at Sahasrara?
I think someone friendly refers as a lot of NPCs and like friendly actually includes those grumpy fishes.
Red Hero No Sick Kid just had 3 bombs, so well, friendly, that wasn't the item, or that's not the silvers. Also in chat, somebody just reminded me that, oh right, because it's inverted, going to Mimic Cave is a lot easier, because you could just go through Light World Drop.
Yeah, but you need the meats for that. Because you cannot access that part without the meats.
Right. Anyway, Illus got his first crystal, the first crystal in match actually. And Dracarys finds out where the bow is.
Unless you go from the entrance, then you might actually be able to go to the Mimic Cave, which is what Dracarys is gonna do. I mean, he has everything to get there. Fire Rod and Ether and that cane.
Pyramid Ledge only had a single rupee. I don't think anybody's gonna get that. Dracarys, meanwhile, remembers he doesn't have the hookshot, takes the normal route to light the torches here in the Fire Rod room of TR.
And we actually know where our flippers are, so there was a hint about the bow in the first hint tile of Tarot, which told him where the bow was. I mean, it said the bow was underwater, so I'm guessing he's gonna go there.
That would be a likely check, since not having the hookshot for Swamp would kind of de-incentivize him checking there, since that's also considered a place that's underwater. Illus finding a key first in Dark Palace means it wasn't bull locked right off the bat.
Dracarys actually mirroring out, not checking that any further. Oh, I guess he didn't find a big key.
No, I'm guessing the same thing, because I would have assumed he would have had the big key. I'm assuming the big key is probably on Laser Bridge if he didn't find it early on. Dracarys deciding to do Agate Tower early, which is actually not a bad idea for inverted, since if you do, because Gaddis Tower is where vanilla Agate Tower is, which means you're just teleporting, and so is the Ganon drop down, so you don't have to worry about that teleport part.
I mean, based on his routing, like, he diverged to the Maya area back then, and now he's gonna be at Hyrule Castle, so actually a good way to travel over Hyrule.
Yeah, he'll get his Uncle Buttersword. We'll check Hyrule Castle, escape. Sorry, bottom of escape. Then probably route to what was it? Route to Lake Hylia stuff. Subpar chess player. The boots are in Paradox Cave. Unfortunately, the runners can't access it without the Titansmith.
Or the hook shot.
That too. So far, it doesn't look like there's been anything in Pod, which is really weird with the high item density.
I mean, in the verses of Pod, there's mostly keys. So I guess we're gonna find our items now. Or not.
Well, we do call this mullet mansion with all the keys in the front and all the items in the back, party business in the front, party in the back. But it's not looking like that right now.
I'm just setting up for the death warp here. Since he doesn't have the mirror that is in Skullwoods, he decided not to check the back chat.
Not sure if I agree with doing this death warp setup early, because he could get accidentally hit. But he did get the Cane of Berna just now, and a bottle of blue goo. Also, chat, tell me, how many blue balls did the Aga 1 shoot out? Because I did not see that.
Wait, really? 0 blue balls? I mean, that was a quick fight.
What is this? Is this Spring 2017 tournament? This is weird, because yesterday I commentated a match that was essentially a Spring 2017 tournament.
Dracarys actually went straight into escape without checking Uncle.
He's probably just gonna mirror out and then go to Uncle, then maybe save and quits. We'll see. Leticus Fire Rod was at Agina. Oh, Mirror was actually Big Key Chest in Skullwoods, not Big Chest.
I mean, as chat is pointing out, Drag might be happy with his Stampede Sword. He's actually gonna get it. Nope. There's still one chest in that area, so I don't know, like, since he's here, if he's gonna skip it. I don't think so.
No, he's getting his butter.
Even though we know that that other chest is actually worthless.
Meanwhile, Illus gets his second crystal, taking down Helma, see what his item is. It's just 300 rupees. So really this mullet match-in turned into Crew Cut Castle. All business, no party.
So where's our progression then? I mean, Dracarys is only gonna follow Illus' steps from now. And Illus probably going back to Thieves Town, I guess.
Yeah, there really isn't much they could do. I mean, Dracarys could possibly dip into a swamp and see what items are there. Otherwise, the pod in eastern areas are a bust. Actually, you know what? Because Dracarys went to Gina, he could also finish Ice Palace if he wanted to. Though the key logic would be the issue there.
I mean, he has game, so it might actually be something.
I was more thinking about how to get the chests. So let's see, Illus versus Blind, round 2. Master Sword Beams, Blue Mail. This should be an easier fight for Illus.
You need boots or hookshot to get into Mire, so it's not actually a play. I'm answering someone in chat. I didn't see that on Illus' screen earlier, but we have our ice rod on Lake Alia Island. I don't think I actually checked.
I'm not I don't think he checked either, because if he saw Ice Rod, I would have thought that he'd pick it up. Wow, Illus is... he fixed one of his errors earlier, but... Oh man, he still needs to get that mirror, he still needs to get that Ice Rod. Mr. Punny, Dracarys chose these settings. Looks like Stumpy took pieces of himself off because he gave arrows to Illus. In the meantime, since it's 42 minutes in, we're just seeing the runners repeat the others' routes. Please follow the runners, and if you'd like to, the commentators as well.
Thank you, Hintile. Some caches in Parax Cave. Okay. I mean, we don't see that specific Hintile a lot, so actually nice to see it.
Also, please follow our tracker, Raspberry Floof, who's been on the ball, following everything, catching every single item that's been found so far. But yeah, back to your point about that Hintile. Since when is there ever not cache in Paradox Cave?
I'm probably gonna check Zora now. Oh, actually going for catfish first.
Oh, that makes sense since he's right there. And since Illus couldn't check when he was here without and there's our someone friendly. Catfish had the silvers. Honestly, I thought that they wouldn't, since they have the grumpy fish text, I thought they would put Zora or Catfish in the somewhat friendly pool, but that's something new to me.
Illus missed a hookshot on Zora, and Drag is gonna go for his boots now.
Meanwhile, Illus did the fake powder glitch, got the red bale from Magic Bat. But yeah, Illus, oh man, his routing has... Oh, he has 3 items, major items now to pick up. That he missed out from, that he could have picked up just now.
Like, a lot, like the mirror. I mean, we don't know about Bumbles, and now Hookshot. I don't think it's gonna back to Zora anytime soon.
So with that hook shot, Dracarys can do all of the rest of Eastside Death Mountain. He can check Paradox Cave, he can check Hookshot Cave via... He can mirror out to check the Hookshot Cave, also check the faraway mountaintop item, otherwise known as the Floating Isle.
He can go to Mimic Cave. He can clear Total Rock at this point as well. And the first chest. And he's happy now that he has them.
Well, time to go fast.
So what is Drac missing at the moment? Do you even need mids at this point? You need that book though to get into Desert Palace, but there's something about Desert Palace. Since it's a pendant, our boot might actually be in Ganon's tower.
Half magic at Floating Island, that works out very well. So it looks like our go item is really just book right now, just to enter both fire and desert, and there's a TRP key.
You can access Maya already, but yeah, the only item you need to get into desert is the book. You cannot go into desert without the book. And will Drag actually clear everything and get into GT and look for the book in there, or is it gonna look over the overworld areas?
I would imagine Drac is gonna check Mimic Cave and what you think we Hookshot Cave at the very least.
I mean, we know we have a unique item in Mimic Cave, so might actually be that book.
Yeah, considering we've seen a few of the other unique items like the single arrow and the single rupees, that could be... the book could be at Mimic Cave. And there was a very clean fight against Trinax, and let's see what Dracarys gets from him. It's just a piece of heart. Sorry, a full heart. Unfortunate for Illus, the mushroom item blew 3 times over, but it looks like he's going back to Zora. He's gonna pick up his hookshot.
That will open a lot for him. But I don't think he's gonna get his silver anytime soon then.
Yeah, not unless he goes back to Skull Woods, but first he has to go to Gina's cave and get that fire rod, and that might incentivize him to go back to Skull.
I mean, these hookshot are actually gonna make him go away from those places, because he's probably gonna get his boots when he gets this hookshot.
That is also true. So I know we haven't been talking about this in chat, but since we only need one item and it's not going to be there, pedestal is effectively dead.
I mean, we know what's in Magic Bat, so there's also that shovel. Don't forget about it. That is on Bumper Cave edge.
Oh right, that. Sorry. No, powder leads to red mail, which is kind of trash, but it's good defense item. Mushroom just led to bombs. And yeah, we haven't seen the cape yet, so...
Dracarys still has a lot of clear until he gets to GT, so he might as well find his book on his way.
Meanwhile, Dracarys is just gonna take a finish Hera, just full clear it. Illus just finally got his ice rod. Thanks, Hintel, thanks. For Bumper Ledge, how do you pick up the item? Do you have to mirror after getting up there in the light world?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Alright, just making sure. I just thought of it just now. So to recap for everyone, Dracarys is just looking for the book for Go mode. Illus, in the meantime, has to get the fire rod from Agina's cave and the mirror from the big key chest in Skull Woods to get back into this. Right now, he's gonna find his boots in the Paradox Cave. Can you remind me where the flippers was again?
The flippers were in Turtle Rock.
Right, Turtle Rock fire rod locked area.
So he won't get them since he doesn't have the fire rod.
That's gonna be a lovely progression for him. He has to go to Gina, then to Turtle Rock, then to Skullwoods. So Dracarys found both items in Hera. That's not gonna check the basement. Now he's gonna check Spiral Cave, which is very fast when you have the boots.
Oh, third medallion. We already know what we need for Misery Mire, so not actually useful.
Yeah, we only need the Harry Potter coin. Looks like Dracarys is gonna do the Pod Eastern combo, if I'm looking at this right.
Yep, I mean, no, he's not gonna find his book there, so... I mean, at this point, book can be like literally anywhere, aside from pedestal and green pendant.
Right, because desert's the green pendant. And you need to book to get into desert or mire. So it's looking like ice might be the play. Ice to find the cape to get to the shovel to get the dig item. If you want to be mean.
I mean, I just want to put book in the validation chest. That's really mean. Validation book sounds very good.
Well, Aiga is probably bored waiting for Link. He needs to read something. Right, did the Dracarys check Bonk Rocks and Kingstone?
No, he didn't check them yet.
Oh,
I mean, inverted, those locations are kind of out of the way since you're starting like from the chapel in Dark World, so he didn't get there yet.
Right. Meanwhile, Dracarys just found his Silver's hints, which is like for him. Yeah, thanks, game. Didn't need that. The hint was Silver's. Oh, the hint for Illus was cash above the pose. For Hera was cash above the pose and just walk away, while the hint in Eastern was the Silver's was on somebody friendly. And that somebody friendly was Catfish. Aristide, I'm fully expecting Kate the Shovel to book right now. Dadlaw said yes, Drac did find all the items in Hera, because Illus did the same thing and skipped the big key chest.
Now we have an easy fight with so many arrows on the Alpers Knights. Very clean fight. I mean, knowing Drag is trying to go mode swamp and ice, but now I'm not gonna find anything here. I will guess he will go to Mire after that.
I would have to agree with H. Philbringer that Swamp would probably be the better play because it's item dense. However, Ice... Well, actually, you know, I was going to say Ice Palace is the pendant, but that still doesn't really matter. Unless the book is actually in GT, which would also be trolling.
Fire Rod is in Aginen cave, and he'll probably go back to Skullwoods when he gets up and find the mirror. We're gonna actually see our Spike Cave. I don't think Drag actually checked it.
Yeah, Drag skipped out on the Spike Cave. Oh, he didn't have the Cane of Burna like Illus does. He's gonna get it at the back of Pod right now. But Spike Cave only had 50 rupees, so I don't suspect Dracarys is gonna go to Spike Cave anytime soon. He's gonna probably check the dungeons first. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the only location he skipped in that mountain at the moment, so I don't think he's gonna go there anytime soon. It probably would be his last location, if he has the last location in that book.
Is Illus finally doing the Agina play? And maybe Desert Ledge play? Well, not that you can get Desert Ledge. Finally, Illus is gonna get on track here.
Oh. Maybe Pastor is gonna do that, sure. I was like, why is he going out of Agnes Cave? That's where your progression is.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but yeah. Agina is longer to get out, to walk out of, so I can see why he went to checkerboard first.
Illus just didn't check the big key chest, and he got progression, so he just went on.
And mind you, in inverted mode, this is very early in the game where they only just got the hammer, I think, and 3 hearts. So going through that Gyptos, going through the Gyptos to get to the big key chest would be a pain. And Dracarys actually did. I think he died once, but he was having trouble in the Gyptos room.
I think they didn't even have a weapon going into that Gyptos room.
Yeah, Dracarys just brute forced everything, brute forced that room, and found his progression super early. And now Illus is going to be wondering to himself, you mean I could have had this thing so early? I could have had Fire Rod and Mirror so early? He's going to wonder, did Dracarys have these items beforehand? Also to chat, both runners have just found both items in Skullwoods, with Illus getting that mirror. Since the other item was ether, they won't be checking any other chests in the back of Skull. Flippers were in the Fire Rod room in Turtle Rock. So Illus facing off against Moth while Dracarys takes on Helmasaur. That was a very nice Moth who actually floated down to make it easy for Illus. And so Illus gets his 4th crystal, while Dracarys just got his 4th crystal as well.
So that's where we're gonna see new things. Let's see what Illus is gonna do. But Dracarys has to make a choice now.
Very true. I'm still just it's just this defeat Ganon logic that's still stuck in my head.
Dracarys actually opting to go into Ice Mods. I mean, there are 3 hints here, so they might as well give him something about the book. Thank you. We already knew that, and it was the Silvers.
Yes, Eidos, this is inverted mode. So Eidos finally getting his butter. He's gonna opt to go into Mire. This might be the play that saves him.
I mean, Drag will eventually go there, since he has access to that as well.
H-Fillbringer, no. Silvers were at Catfish, and for Eidos, Drac is not in go mode. They're still looking for the book.
So we got a hint that the unique item is in Pyramid Fairy. And Drag already cleared those 2 dungeons, so he might actually go and check if it's his book or not.
That is actually an interesting hint. Of course, it could be the cape there instead of the book. We'll see.
And for those who just tuned in, I just wanted to remind people that that could actually be in Ganon's Tower, as Desert Palace is a pendant.
Looks like so far there's neither runner has found anything. And does it look like Dracarys is skipping out on a few chests in Ice Palace unless I was item counting. That was a very buttery smooth Dark Coldster fight, and Dracarys gets his sixth dungeon overall.
Illus finds the cape in Misery Mire. So what do you have potentially in Fat Fairy? That's probably why Drac left. He's probably gambling in that. We can find lovely blue potato. That is the flute. Or the red boomerang. Did you already find the single arrow?
I believe we found the single arrow fairly early. I just can't remember where. Looks like Drac is gonna go for the bomb duplication strats. Needs a little bit more time. And unfortunately, he missed out on it.
Not going for the bomb duping this time.
I don't blame him. Messing up the first time. Don't waste any more time necessary.
Not even checking the other item. But I believe we knew what it was, and it was not what he's looking for, so I can't blame him for that.
Well, he did get the hint about the other chest being money, so not really worth. Robin Hood Flute is actually not go mode. Go mode for both of them is the book right now. And Illus Find It in Mire, there's a pretty high likelihood it could be in Swamp.
Flute doesn't have a lot of value for Drag at the moment. I mean, there's not a lot of location he still has to go, and going out of the way to actually activate it would actually make him lose time. And we have Illus going for the T-Rock play, and finally gonna be in sequence by finding the flippers. It's in Ganon's Tower! The book is in Ganon's Tower!
That was the perfect hit. Dracarys knows now he's just gonna go mode the rest of it. That he's just gonna go mode Skull, Swamp, Mire, go to Ganon's Tower, then go to Desert, because that was a huge hit. Yes, Ren Hero, that could be an alternate game. For most part, when I start the game, the big key game later on, I'm just still gonna focus mostly on the big key and not and not the book. Winme, the hint was that Book of Medora is in Ganon's Tower, which is necessary to beat this game since it's the all-dungeon seed.
Note that that book can be anywhere. It can even be in the big chest of Ganon's Tower, or in the gauntlet. Dracarys not bothering with anything at the moment, going straight for Argus.
Yeah, there's no point for Dracarys. He has all the weaponry he needs. He doesn't really need the mirror shield. Butter shield, that sounds so stupid. He's just gonna go after that book in the Grand Ganon's Tower big key and just, well, book it.
A very nice fight from Drag. Those puffs didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, perfectly shot silver arrow takes down Argus, gets him a heart piece, and his 7th dungeon down. Illus, in the meantime, is finally going to get his flippers. Will that point him to Swamp Palace, or will that point him to Ice? That's the next question we have.
I mean, going to Swamp was actually leading to that book hint, so I guess he's gonna check a few things here before going. Oh yeah, you can do Aga Tower as well, sure. Probably gonna go there now.
Oh right, he still has to do Aga Tower. I thought it was pretty close, but no, he still needs to do that, plus 3 other dungeons. Dracarys just has the 3 dungeons to do in Ganon's Tower. Oh boy, Illus is still pretty, like, let's say 3 minutes behind, maybe?
I don't remember where the big key was in my...
Based on chat, it was a Godmire, so it's either going to be here or the next room over. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how, despite the goof ups that Illus had, he is still fairly close in this race. He's just 1 dungeon down.
I mean, sequence breaking to the bow actually helped him a lot, I guess. I mean, he didn't find a lot of items, but still had stuff to do without getting too far behind.
So provided that Illus doesn't make any errors, this should also be a 0 blue ball. I go 1 for him.
So are we gonna get some spooky action from Drac?
Well, it was Halloween a couple of days ago, so...
I guess not.
It is still an incredibly precise trick, so I can see why he might not go for it. Illus in the meanwhile is gonna take the big bomb to the Pyramid Fairy. This is gonna slow him down a bit. Hopefully he realizes this is inverted and that the flute won't be that helpful to him.
I mean, it already killed Meyer, so that flute is actually useless for him.
One more dungeon down, 8 dungeons, 9 dungeons to be good. 1 down for Dracarys, and he just has 1 more to get to GT to find the book. No guessing game yet. He still, Dracarys still has to do Skull.
I was actually going for Swab first. Very good choice, since he's gonna get his hints if he decides to go for it, to see where the book is.
Yes, and unlike Dracarys, he'll actually go mode ice as opposed to go mode both ice and swamp, as opposed to Dracarys, who could only go mode swamp. But did quite a fair bit of checking in ice. And there's the hints. Illus is now in go mode, go-ish mode, I guess.
Or no mode, how they like to call it.
That too.
The silvers are with catfish.
Yeah, Illus is not gonna go back to catfish for the silvers. So Dracarys still has a very big lead in that regard, because he's gonna make a very quick fight on Ganon. So with that last crystal, we got a little game to play. Now it's gonna be 2 guessing games. So here we go. So we got 22 chests for the big key, but 27 chests for the book. So I want you guys to do. Wait. I gotta start the. Let me start the big key game first. First number should be for the big key. Second number should be for the book. So that's what I'm gonna tell you. So hold. Don't put your don't put your guesses in. I gotta start the game first.
So location number 1, a small key. So what is it gonna find first? The big key or the book?
My apologies to chat, I was really slow on that start. I should have just started first and explained. Looks like Dracarys is doing Dark Magician. First 5 are down. Now gonna check 6 and 7.
Dracarys? They can't find the shovel. We know where it is. It's on the Bumper Cave ledge. And we know the book is here. Like, there's not gonna be any fetch quest leading to the book. It is here.
See, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we got number 8 for the...
Oh, actually in the same room.
So, Signal C, you're the closest person to guess 8 for the key, which was what I was mainly going for. Whoever guessed 10 for the book, I congratulate you. Well, actually, Edos, you were the first one to guess 10. That is really good for you. You both guessed both 8 and 10. That's nice.
Dracarys actually in the gauntlet, making quick kills of those monsters.
Dracarys making very short work of Gauntlet, not having too many issues. Aside from that conveyor belt of the evil scenario. And very quick land only he needed to do a 2 cycle, but that was good. Illus now taking on Cold Stare. Let's see if he gets as clean a fight as... oh, he did get a very clean fight like Dracarys. That was a very buttery smooth Cold Stare fight for him as well. Illus just forgetting that he doesn't have Titan's Bit, can't lift up the rock to open that portal. He's gonna have to go by a different means to Ganon's tower. So for Illus to get back into his race, he needs to go full right first, and then he needs to go full right first, and then hope that Dracarys falls to Ganon, because well, Dracarys just took down Moldon very quickly. So let's see how Trigonometry boss treats Dracarys. He got a chip on that first phase, that's nice.
Very nice triple shot back. And I believe it was a double.
That sounded like a double, I'm not sure.
No, it was a single.
So we got 3-1-1-1. Am I wrong? Yeah, 3-1-1-1. And that Ganon fight, and Dracarys is, well, not off to Ganon just yet. He still has to defeat the Desert Palace, since this is an all-dungeon seed.
Illus actually getting all his items from Ganon's tower as well.
Yeah, looks like Illus went full right, which will save him a bit more time than Dracarys did, but will it be enough? Dracarys might be wishing he had the flute right now, just because he had to dash all the way back to desert, but neither of them activated it anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, no god desert for Dracarys so far.
Illus actually going for the safe room for climbing the gauntlet. He was very low on health, so can't blame him.
And did he happen to snatch any fairies? I didn't see that.
He went into the safe before climbing and got to.
Yes, Moon, neck trick, and this is an all dungeon seed. Alright, now Dracarys is just gonna face off against Landmo 1 after beating Landmo 2. That's quite the rarity. And then he's gonna go after the Big Pig.
He'll just have to save and quit after the fight, and then he'll be straight here.
Right, he'll save and quit right at the top of Hyrule Castle, which is where the Ganon drop down is. Though I might guess that he might go look for a potion refill. I mean, a magic refill.
He would be have a refill after killing the Landmolars, I guess. Oh wait, no, 7. He will have that magic refill. I don't think he will care about health.
I don't remember if he had... Oh, he does have a green goo in his bottle, so he's fine. Gold sword, silver arrows, you're not gonna need that much against Ganon. Plus, he's gonna get, as you said, he's gonna get the magic refill from Rando, so it's not a big deal. And now we can turn our green pendant into Sarasara Kappa. Ganon with his whole grain facts. I think Dracarys would rather give him some butter instead.
Already 2 phases down for Dracarys, but without a sword. It's actually easy.
Ganon not making it easy with these teleports though. Illus just finished his geometry boss. Now he's gonna go to desert, finish that.
Wow, Ganon, please.
Nice double 7. Does he got it? Yes, he does. Dracarys just beat the Ganon. Hopefully he doesn't fall off the bridge. And once he enters, the door will give you the time. So get your GGs in chat as Dracarys wins with a screen time of 1:39:02. I actually don't have SRL or SRTV up right now, so I can't check that time.
A really, really nice time for an Null Dungeon inverted seed.
Hello, Dracarys. GG's, my friend. How'd you feel about the seed?
Well, thanks. I felt really good about this seed. It was a nice seed. It was a pretty fast one for an old dungeon seed.
What made you choose that all dungeon seed? I mean, knowing you, I would actually expect you to actually go for a Ganon goal.
I just wanted to spice it up a bit. I want to play a few Ganon goals, a few old dungeon goals, and I played an inverted Ganon goal already, so I played an inverted old dungeons this time.
That early mirror though, you didn't have any weapon going through that big chest in Skullwoods. Like, you actually died once, right?
Yeah, I got wall mastered on my first try, and on the second try, it took a while until I got it, but I guess that was absolutely worth it.
It was. Illus didn't even bother checking that I think he died first, and then it just skipped out on it, and then he didn't get it till like maybe about 20 minutes ago, 20-30 minutes ago.
Until he got his Pyros, basically, yeah. It took him a while until he got to Gina as well.
Oh yeah, the fire rod was pretty out of the way as well. I think like I hit a really clean route in this seed because I took a fire rod straight to Death Mountain into Turtle Rock and got my flippers, and Turtle Rock told me that the bow is somewhere on the water, so I went to grab my bone axe, got my hook shot, and then I was basically booked for go mode already.
I had that book like a sweet hint from Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I wish I just checked the Swamp Palace hint earlier, because I usually do that early into the seed, but this time I skipped out on it, and if I had that hint early, I could have just go-moded every single thing past Sora, I guess, because I knew the boots were Paradox Cave, I knew I would have known that the book would be in GT, and all I had to do was just finish dungeons to get into GT at that point.
A great time for an inverted alt dungeon seed as well, like 139.
Yeah, the hints were really good in this seed. Told us where the boots were, told us where the bow is, told us where the book is. Some really good hints.
Aside from...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, aside from that, just walk away hint.
There was also a hint. There was also a hint about the silvers as well.
Yeah, the one hint that was kind of bait was the Pyramid Fairy hint that I fell for. I got my flute and then never activated it because it would have just been totally out of the way to activate the flute.
So that was your third win in that group dot link this. Any other matches planned the next days?
I will play Selga Dusan on Sunday for the second time. It's his settings this time. I actually forgot which settings he chose.
I mean, you're doing great at the moment in the tournament, like three matches, 3 wins.
Yeah, it's a good start. I feel pretty good about that, actually. I mean, there's still 12 games to play, but it's a good start. It's a confidence boost, and I hope that I can continue doing well like this.
I hope so too.
Actually, we should mention this. One thing that helped but also hindered Illus was that he did the fake flippers to get the bow early, but he skipped out on Zora because I think he thought that he might have. We're guessing that he might have thought that he was out of the fake flipper state and couldn't talk to Zora to get the hook shot afterwards.
Ooh, that's a bad orphan in this seed. Because you have a hard time going back there.
And he didn't have the mirror when he got back there as well.
Well, that's why he also missed out on silvers, I guess. I just want to say that I completely unintentionally skipped race game and didn't notice it until way later. And I was pretty relieved that race game didn't have my book or hookshot or something.
Don't worry, I didn't even notice that, so... and race game was just vanilla as I recall. And there you go, Illus is just taking down Ganon. Get your GGs in chat.
And Illus finishes with an on-screen time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 51 seconds. Again, put your GGs in chat. Let's see if we can get him in here to the audio booth or to the chat. Hello, Illus. GGs, my friend.
GG.
GG.
So, what are your thoughts on the seed, Illus?
I think it was actually a really good seed. Like, it gave you most of the progression in all the right places. The hints were very good. And yeah, it's just that this hookshot was kind of backbreaking, I guess.
Yeah, the hook shot and the mirror and the fire rod and ice rod were kind of trolly to you because you missed out on the mirror in the big key chest of Skullwoods, so you couldn't mirror from say Catfished and then to get the silvers, which is where they were. Also, there was the we want to know about the Zora, the fake flipper issue. Did you, when you took that hit, did you think that you were out of state and you couldn't get the hookshot?
Well, I knew that I was out of state, but originally my plan was to go grab the ice rod after checking Zora Ledge. And I couldn't do that anymore, and I was a bit irritated and forgot. Or I went ahead with my original plan to not check Zora. Which turned out to be the wrong thing. I thought like, yeah, this area cannot have too many good items in one spot, so I decided to not do it.
And to be honest, like, it all happened to you, like, you're only 7 minutes almost behind Drag, and that's actually a pretty good time, given that the routing Drag took was actually very, very good.
Yeah, I figured after finding hookshot, mirror, and whatever else so late that I should skip out on some stuff. Like I was skipping out on Maya Big Key Chest, which had still an item. I was skipping out of most of Turtle Rock, and I think still some of that mountain. I did a map check before going to Swamp. That was because I wanted to know if Desert Palace was the missing pendant, so that I would just go mode through everything and search for the book in GT. That was actually my plan afterwards, because I knew I wouldn't win with how the seed went. So yeah, it turned out it would have been the right decision, but we did get the hint anyway.
I mean, Drag also full cleared Ice Palace while you just go moded it, since you knew about the book.
I didn't full clear Ice Palace. I only checked left side, basically. I checked the Pangator room, the freezer room, and the big chest because I got the big key in the freezer room. I skipped right side because I was pretty sure the book would be in GT. I just didn't want to risk it too much.
I mean, you did more clear than him, because he just go moded it, basically. Which saved him a bit of time. That's why the difference isn't that high, given what happened to Illus. Any thought about that shovel on the bumper ledge track? You didn't want to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, when I got the cape, I was already in go mode, so I wouldn't have.
Yeah, but when you saw it the first time.
Yeah, when I saw it the first time, I was like, okay, this is probably super deep in logic. I don't have to care about it at all right now until I find the cape, and yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Like, I was pretty sure that this shovel wouldn't be anything.
The only mage item I could have seen it been would be the Titan's Mitts, but it's not as necessary in inverted as it is in normal mode.
Yeah, you basically need either Titan's Mitts or Hookshot for the whole Death Mountain area, and the only thing you actually hard require Mitts for is the King's Tomb. It's pretty cool to not finish something, or to finish something without ever having found the Mitts.
Also, speaking of, like, usually with these inverted seeds, you kind of find the Moon Pearl or some other progression pretty late, but we found the Moon Pearl pretty early. How do you guys feel about that?
I was kind of surprised that it was just in Thieves Town, because the seed gave us like a glove and a lamp and a hammer, so there was a good chance that it could be on Death Mountain or in the pod area or somewhere else. So I was really surprised that the Moon Pearl was that easily gotten.
I thought about it for a bit to just go for Death Mountain. I died in Thieves Town actually because I randomly got hit by a bat and it dealt 2 damage and whatever. But I thought it would be too risky and went for Thieves Town, or went back to Thieves Town and found the pearl. But I wouldn't have been surprised if we found Mirror or something in Death Mountain, and then we'd have to bunny it up in there and find Moon Pearl and Floating Island or something. But there are those inverted seeds and inverted seeds that are a bit friendlier, where you find Moon Pearl only deep in Thieves Town after going for it with 3 hearts.
So, any other thoughts about the seed that you guys want to mention before we finish up for the time being?
Well, as I said, it was a pretty nice seed. I had fun running against Drac, I always do. And yeah, and this time it gave me a bit of an opportunity to do a bit more risky plays. It almost worked out, but here and there I've cut too many corners. But it's fun to play that way, because always playing it safe is kind of boring.
Yeah, I agree. I also had a lot of fun racing Illus, as always. And I just want to say that I'm really proud that I actually pulled off a 4-heart hammer blind. I was so sure that I would just die in there when I go in there, and I was actually surprised to not die and get the kill.
I tried, but I failed.
It was a good try at that. So I guess we'll finish up here for now. So if you really love what you saw here, please follow the runners. I just posted links at chat. Please follow my commentary, myself and Lin. Also our tracker, Raspberry Floof. That was a great job you did there. Also, please follow the Speed Gaming channels, Speed Gaming and then Speed Gaming 2 through 6, as well as ALTTP Randomizer and ALTTP Randomizer 2 through 5, I believe. I could be wrong there. Anyway, I am Seiryu X.
I'm Lin. GG to all the runners. See you next time for another Link to the Past match.
See you next rando. Laters all.